All right, July 10th.
Was that a crazy conversation?
Crazy.
That was I felt like I'm taking crazy pills in here.
July 10th. When
It's also 90 degrees out. Why are you wearing a sweatshirt?
it's cold out there.
No, it's not.
That's a great
Yeah,
point.
it
I didn't even think about
Oh,
that.
great.
No, it's cold. It was cold out there. And it's sacrilegious for me to say it's cold. I love the air conditioning, as cold as it can be. But Wednesday Pick Central, myself, Ev, Marty.
Hubs is about to come in.
Hubs should be coming in, yeah, at some point. All right, we touched on it a little bit yesterday. I think the bulk of today, you're gonna have we get a ton of different topics with the NFL here and there, but most interesting NFL teams are in terms of NFL situations.
Yeah.
Like, what's jumping out to you guys? I think everyone's gonna have a bunch of different ones, so we can kind of dive into each one. So just throw a team out there and then where it's gonna go. Most interesting NFL teams this year. Just situationally, like personnel, a lot going on. Yeah, I know. I think we'll cover it. Yeah, everyone's got a different answer. I'm going to open up. I think it's the Steelers. Maybe not the most interesting, but definitely on my list of top 5. With Rodgers in a winning organization.
I think that definitely could be number one.
Yeah, he brings a lot of baggage, a ton of quarterbacks in that AFC. You know, Tomlin doing that thing where it's like, yeah, he does enough and he keeps us happy, but it's been a while since he's won. I think Pittsburgh's got a lot going on there.
They can win a Super Bowl.
I don't think so, man.
You're crazy.
Look at their schedule.
What about it?
It's really bad.
It's always going to be bad with playing those teams twice, you know?
They also play the NFC North.
But I think they're really fucking good. Like, you guys.
Better than them.
What?
Ravens are better than them.
Definitely.
Yeah, but they could
Like, they're
split.
not
They
gonna
could
win-
beat the
Ravens
Ravens.
aren't gonna
though.
win
The
the
division.
better.
They're not going to win the division.
And is
But
it
that-
fair
what
to
is-
say the
that has
Bengals have a
nothing to
better
do with winning
offense
the
than the
Super Bowl.
Steelers? Yeah, probably, right? Or at least third best
Yeah, but it's
offense.
nothing to do with like you don't. That has nothing to do with them not winning a Super Bowl. I think that they can, like you're saying, they play. They're the good team as well. Like we're talking about a team.
We'll see what Rodgers is.
They're
We don't
also-
know what
they're-
state Rodgers is going to be.
He's better than Mason Rudolph.
No question.
What did Mason Rudolph do?
No, I get that. Like,
No, but
like,
it's just
Yeah.
yeah, but like,
and all that.
and then also, who's better? DK Metcalf? Yes, he's better than anyone they've had on the wide receiver end.
Yeah.
Like they've gotten better at offense, which is what their problem has been. Their defense was hurt last year with TJ Watt was banged up. Hopefully they sign him soon, which they should. Like their defense also, Jalen Ramsey's on it now. Is that him?
Yeah.
Switched.
But Minka's gone.
Yeah, they switched, which is fine. Like I think that's good. I just
And they
think
have Jonnu Smith.
yeah, I think Jonnu Smith's a great other tight end than Freiermuth. I think that they just,
Washington, Rodgers was raving about early.
I just think that they have really improved in the things that they need. Like
Did they increase their line at all? Because they need to have a good line around Rodgers.
that's I have no idea.
At this point, Rodgers can't escape. He can't early
100%.
in his career in Green Bay. Like he's the best on the run thrower there is. He's not that guy.
I would
anymore.
say
So you need to protect him, and the Jets did a bad job of that.
He's so much better than any quarterback they've had in the past. I don't know how long, since fucking Big Ben. Who
Yeah, when Roethlisberger was in his prime,
Like-
he was the top 6 or 7.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there are quarterbacks after that have been Mason Rua, fucking Kenny Pickett. Like, this is a guy that's so much better than them. And if he just plays how he did at the end of the year, I think that their defense is going to keep them in games. He'll be so fucking good. I don't think he has to be this Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers had to be amazing too on the Jets to be good. He doesn't have to be amazing on the Steelers to be a good team.
He's got to be pretty good, though.
Of course he does,
Whether
but
he
like
can still be pretty good.
I think he'll.
And
be
there's some
pretty
really
good. Like DK Metcalf is a ginormous option for him. Like Pickens was a problem. He was an absolute problem. He's an athletic specimen, but obviously the man would take his helmet off on second down if he didn't get the ball. DK Metcalf has been getting the ball from Geno Smith, doing a pretty goddamn good job.
Who are the other receivers?
Roman Wilson's supposed to be good this year. Like he was hurt
He didn't
all
get to
last
play at
year.
all.
So that's
Another guy I feel like.
there definitely is that I'm missing right now. But I know Roman's like a good third option for them, hopefully.
I mean, yeah, they're going to have DK. They're going to be tight end heavy with Jonnu and Frymouth.
Calvin Austin.
Calvin Austin. It's just
He's like small guy.
me,
Like
I
kind of
just
more of a
think-
gadget
Robert Woods
guy.
on this team. I mean, he's cooked, but he's on this team.
There's like a veteran guy in the
Yeah.
locker room.
they're definitely a
Scotty
second
Miller.
best in the
Haven't seen that name
division.
in a minute.
Right?
Scotty Miller.
Winning
Oh,
Super
Jesus.
Bowls.
Bucks, dude.
Really?
Dude, I actually Rogers posted an Instagram story. Frymouth, I follow him, and he reposted Aaron Rodgers, and I zoomed in on who the fuck that was. It was Scotty Miller. I was like, Scotty Miller's still going? Like, good for him.
I wonder if Rodgers, I need him.
Yes.
So Jared Abbrederis from Wisco was that guy for the Packers. He goes, I need Abbrederis on this team. He
Yeah.
never did a thing. I wonder if Scotty Miller's that guy for them.
But I feel like they're a second best team in their division.
Them or the Bengals. I mean, I still think the Bengals, their defense
Still
is
make
gonna
the
be
argument
bad.
the Bengals.
Why? To make the argument, because I don't think
Explosive
you can.
offense, younger quarterback, great quarterback, as much, just as much. Like
Defense is
Defense is
40x
This is really, really
40x to 10, 40x to 5. That's how good the defense is, and their defense is dog shit. And they didn't improve.
I'm curious to see with the new coach because we talk about I think coaches can go a long way. I almost feel like the defense can't get worse. Like it was so bad they just gave up a touchdown constantly.
could
as
say
it
that.
is, if it's just the same, you can't win with
The offense can. The offense
point.
also. The
That's a
offense
good
I
cover,
agree
get
with
worse.
It has to get
could,
better, otherwise they're just bad.
The offense can not click too, and
I'll say this.
I don't think that's-
obviously it's going to
offense
click,
is going to click.
but they clicked last year, and they didn't make the playoffs. Like they were just like.
They let a few. They honestly they had kicking issues last year. They had a few balls bounce against them last year. They definitely gonna be a playoff team. I think this.
But I still think the Steelers are better than them.
What about the Browns? I'm just kidding.
Honestly, I'm just excited for the Browns. I'm excited
they're
to
watchable.
watch.
They're a very watchable team.
Yeah, I can't wait to see who the quarterback
Wait,
is.
what's the theme of this, Rico?
most interesting.
They're on that. They're absolutely on that list somewhere.
Shitter's gonna play
Just
a
for
lot.
just to see the quarterback play.
Who
Shitter's
starts?
gonna play a lot.
Who starts? I think Joe Flacco starts.
It's Flacco, Pickett, Shitter.
Who makes the
Gabriel.
team? Who gets cut?
None of them.
No.
Oh yeah, they
Four
took
of them.
Gabriel too.
Four of them. They're gonna take four of
Gabriel-
them.
Dude, they took Gabriel before.
Gabriel's-
in the third.
Yeah,
Not an
third.
NFL quarterback. That was the worst pick of the draft.
They're not. Who's the fifth
When did they
quarterback?
take him?
He'll get
Third
cut.
round.
Oh, the fifth one is.
Pickett.
After taking Shadur.
Wait, it's Pickett,
Flacco,
Flacco,
Shitter,
Shador, Gabriel, and is there a fifth one?
DTR gone.
No matter
guess-
what,
but,
so
like,
they
they-
can keep four though, right? They can have one in the practice squad, three.
4 is tough to keep.
Wait,
to be
so
honest.
hold on a second. They
Well, they're
Maybe-
not gonna cut.
when did
They're not gonna
Shador
cut the
go
two
then?
rookies.
No, that's what I'm saying. They'd be more likely to cut like a Flacco.
an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh well, Watson. But
Watson.
But IR.
I forgot
He's not
about
playing this
Watson.
year.
He's IR.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
not
know,
playing.
but he's like.
Oh, I think there's another guy. Wait, are you serious? You didn't know Shador was on the Browns?
No. I
That'd be crazy.
misremembered. But I forgot how far he fell.
Oh, that was the story. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I didn't.
Let's
know,
see. I think there was another quarterback. I think there's another quarterback on that team. Let me see.
I remember me and Hubs were sitting at Marty's wedding. Like, can you believe they haven't drafted
Yeah,
Shador
I
yet?
couldn't
Like, this is
believe
fucking
it.
crazy.
Every minute that went by at that wedding, we're like, how is
Me and
this
we're just
still-
showing each other
Bro.
like they drafted another quarterback.
Bro, when I had like my
Just those five.
at
Everyone
my
else.
cocktail hour, I was like, how the fuck did he not go yet?
It's crazy.
I just,
Usually
but
me, Hubs, and Jeff Lowe.
who starts? I think Joe Flacco's gonna start.
I think Pickett's going to start game 1. That's my call. I think Pickett starts game 1. I think Shedeur will play a lot because I think they'll get through half the year. They'll be horrible, and they're going to say we might as well play the kid.
Well, what does that say about they took Gabriel in the 3rd round?
No, Rico, this is what
ahead
happened.
of Shedeur?
Rico, this is what happened. This is definitely what happened. They, as like the Cleveland Browns, like their GM, coach, all that, they took Gabriel. And then the owner said, you're taking Shedeur Sanders because he's still here in the
Okay, right.
That's what I think in my heart of heart happened.
Right. So if the GM and the coach like Gabriel more, I feel like they're going to give him a shot.
Oh,
Obviously,
no. You're going to see him
but
in
they're going to
training camp
see
and be
him.
like, oh, no.
But they're going to see him and realize he's horrible.
Shadour's already.
I don't think he's horrible.
Shedeur will absolutely outshine him in training camp.
He already has.
Better,
Like,
yeah.
He already
he's a
has.
better
been.
quarterback.
Like in OTAs, he was.
You're going to see his arm talent and be like, oh.
But I don't think he was beating. Like I think Joe Flacco was still like.
I think you start. But it's just common sense to start the vet.
Yes.
And
It
then
is.
bring in Shedeur in like week
It is,
4.
but if I'm the Browns, I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with. You're not going to be good this year. You know what you're going to get from Flacco. Get one of these guys experience. You have 2 rookies, so you're
Yeah, but in
still
a way,
safe.
but
Yeah,
you've
watching
seen that.
his
The problem when you roll a guy out quick
Maybe
before
but
they're
also
ready
playing's
to it,
experience
they
too,
look
like-
like shit
both
and
ways.
maybe never recover.
Yeah, but also, what if he starts off like pretty good?
But that's why.
What if he's really bad? Then the circus starts.
Yes.
Yeah, but you already have a circus. The circus.
yeah, Marty, I
you
think
have
it's
the
a
worst contract in sports.
Yeah.
But
Already there.
The human element of, listen, we all in this room, we all know the Browns are going to be bad. But the Browns themselves are not going to go into the year saying
100%.
Like, they're going to play.
But I do-
That's why I think they should play Pickett, because he's at least, like, he's still in his 20s. Like,
So that's
Flacco's,
fine.
like, dead. Like, play Pickett. We know Pickett's, like, he's okay at, like, that's
I
not what
actually
he is,
think
but
playing Pickett's fine. I think playing Flacco is a malpractice for the Browns.
I tend to agree.
Like the Flacco is not saying that he's like done and he should stop. He can go to a different team that has like is an established team. The Browns he's got no business being on that Browns team. The Browns are trying to start over. It is
I actually don't know what they're trying to do.
They're at least trying. They're trying to start. They have 2 rookie quarterbacks at least. But like you also have
did pay
Flacco.
Garrett.
You know exactly what Flacco's going to do for the Browns. I know. I could tell you exactly what he'll do.
I wonder why Flacco would do it.
Money.
keep playing.
I know, but
fun. He
Keep
loves-
playing, but it's the fucking Browns.
Yeah, but he
You're
just
gonna be
loves football.
miserable.
No.
NFL.
Rico, that's a guy who just
You're
loves
gonna be
football.
miserable.
He loves football.
Played
Yeah.
Hoboken basketball last night. You play basketball because you like playing basketball. It's like,
I mean, he also crazy. He led this team to the playoffs 2 years ago.
yeah, and then like I feel like you know how it is when you hung up your cleats or whatever it was. It's tough. Even if you know you're not going to be in the NFL, you know you're not going to be in basketball. It's
Imagine
like,
hanging him up when you can make.
Yeah, but I think it's a little easier with a couple of million in your pocket.
Well, that's the point.
or
but
you get more
you
million.
can make a few more playing the game he loves.
Another car, another fucking.
You don't know his home life either. Maybe he wants to get out.
Yeah, maybe the kids are insane.
I'll run this back. $3 million 1 year sounds
It's not a
good.
bad
Yeah.
idea.
Cleveland, I'm back.
I want to be able to hang out with Shador.
Yeah.
I just
Like,
if
wipe
I was
diapers,
his,
'cause I don't
like,
know.
if I was him when his agent called, be like, "Hey, we got a spot. It's the Browns." I would be like, "Okay, can you please try to make? I'll take it, but make sure we
No,
can we
but
at
to be
least
honest,
try to make
though,
sure nobody else is in.
be honest,
I want to go
though,
anywhere but
That's
the
a
Browns."
guy where if he like plays pretty good, but the Browns are just not like someone might, quarterbacks go down,
they
trade
don't
him
stop.
somewhere,
Yeah, exactly.
like that. It's just like a lot to go. I mean, it's also he still believes he's a starter. That's a team that he knows he could
Well,
start
that's
on.
crazy.
Is it?
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. I mean, they're
Quarterback situation.
quarterback
after the
situation in the
top
NFL
15
is still bad. It's just bad. It
gets
doesn't make
down-
any sense. I don't know how guys train so hard, and there's so many colleges, and people score so many points, and we still can't figure out a way that all 32 teams have a good
Shows
quarterback.
how
Because it's
hard
the hardest thing.
It is.
It's
No,
the
I know.
the quarterback position is.
And they're asked to do so much more than they were
Right.
20 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. It's a
Again,
passing
Literally
league.
the whole game's the whole offense is
Yeah,
on their
run
shoulders.
through the quarterback.
Again, watching quarterback, it's crazy. The things that like the play call sheet that they were showing was insane.
I mean, the call thing when they call the play, it has like 9 different things in it.
Right.
And you
They,
can't.
they know, and each guy in the huddle, they're waiting for that one thing that's their cue. It's all of them.
Yeah, isn't that the West Coast offense is like the big difference is it's the long plays.
Because you're every single thing is for like the formation.
You're just
like,
listening
with the
for one thing.
The way the line's blocking, the way like the receivers are lined up, running backs lined up. just the motion, like everything.
You can't just
The
remember
routes. You're literally saying routes, like in it.
Yeah, right.
Specific
Like,
routes.
just remembering the words is hard. Imagine remembering the routes for everyone as well. Like it's
crazy.
And
It's
then
every single position.
then you
And
have
then on top of that-
four guys trying to kill you.
On top of that, you got to read the defense,
Yeah.
of what they're trying to do, and execute.
Yeah.
No chance.
Which they're hiding things and who's going to blitz, and then you have also 4 guys that are 350 pounds.
Makes sense when you see bad quarterback play. It's not easy.
It's not even like they're. And then we, as schleps, like, oh, they're so bad.
I can
They're
hit a
not.
slant. No, you can't.
No.
That's right. What was your answer? Stupid. When they asked how big of a lead you need to win the Super Bowl.
24 points.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying all this in 24 points.
You're an idiot.
Why am I an idiot?
At halftime,
No, he said to start the game.
24.
Yeah,
You need 100 at least.
No.
I said 250.
way.
You need 100.
No. I still have an NFL team besides me.
You're not an NFL
Honestly,
player.
the best thing you could do
When
in
you
that
can't run the ball,
situation-
Big Ev, the caveat is you can't
the
run
best
the ball.
thing to do in that situation would just take a knee every time.
Can't do it.
If
You couldn't do that. That was
You have
the
to
caveat.
actively try.
I think the rule was you can like run out and get sacked. But guess what? You're gonna fumble, and then all of a sudden
You are going to fumble. At
and
least
all of a
once or
sudden
twice,
touchdown.
yeah. Probably a lot of times.
I've been.
I
Listen,
said in 5 minutes into that game, so many points for the other team will be scored. You'll be astonished.
Liam, I want you to clip this because I've been actively trying. Ohio College has been the closest one to let me
Not
do
the
it.
NFL.
Matt Ryan
Still,
blew a
it's- I mean, the
25.
NFL's never going to let me.
Okay, fine.
do it.
If Ohio
I'm
has
saying,
40 on
realis-
you, then the NFL
saying
isn't.
realistically,
Ohio
who's gonna let me do
not
it.
Ohio University.
Yeah.
Like the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Like they play in the MAC.
Yes.
You would need 100 on them.
Well, so they have invited me to come, and I'm trying to convince them to let me do at least 1 or 2 drives with their team as the quarterback and see how it works.
That's good. All right, so we'll see that, and then you'll come back and be like, okay.
But I think but like I hate these hypotheticals are so annoying because like obviously if realistically I'd say I need like 35.
It's still
You
crazy.
went up 1 touchdown.
No, 11 points.
But you
And
think you think you can keep the ball long enough? Like
Yeah.
your defense must be like the 85 Bears.
No, the
They
defense.
did say the caveat is like you had a Super Bowl defense. You're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you have a Super Bowl defense,
you
so
have a
like
Super Bowl defense?
you're up a lot.
I've
Like
also seen bad defenses get to the Super
I also, you
I
can
mean, the
you
Chiefs
can
defense for a Super
also
Bowl defense, they got torched.
Right, they get 50 points.
you could also dump it off to your running back.
Oh, you can't.
Yes,
Oh,
you
like
can.
a
you can
pop
go like
pass?
that,
Sure.
where it's like there's things you can do. I just think so. Again, any team that would let me do 2 drives on your team, I'd love that. Oh, full pads, full on. They can hit me hard, whatever they want. I want to do it.
Made a couple football connections in the Dakotas. I could give a couple.
If you can ask, I'd do it. Any team, literally.
I got a contact with the head coach. I think they were like D2 national champs.
I would do it.
Something like that.
I would even start with a D3 team, and then just work my way up, just to show it. I think it'd be fun.
I might have a hook there with D3.
I think basketball is the easiest one to let someone let you do that. Baseball and basketball.
Yeah, physical is where it gets hairy. I wrote down a ton of situations I thought quarterback based. I also put most interesting teams. Put the Bears situation there with Caleb Williams.
New Ben Johnson.
Yeah, new new coach,
at all.
new options.
They
Obviously,
drafted a tight end first round and receiver second.
Are you
round.
interested in them?
I think it's an interesting
Not- it's
situation.
not
I think
bad. I'm not
I
saying
think
it's
it is.
bad.
I think it's
Relax.
interesting.
When
I'm
you're
not saying
looking
it's
at
bad.
a lot of mine are very similar. Of like,
I think
all right, Caleb Williams got his first year. Now it's year 2. Like, let's see either like you good or like now.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I think he'll be better, but I still think they're like so far behind in that division that they're like Ben Johnson's a huge upgrade. So like you give him that. That's interesting. Caleb's second year, yes. Dunze, like I'd like to see him do something more this year.
Right.
He was fine.
I think it's just tough when like they can't throw the ball.
No, of course. Like it wasn't really him. It was Caleb too.
And you're the
like,
third option.
Yeah, like DJ Moore. Who's second?
What's fucking Keenan Allen?
Is he still on the team?
He was last year. I don't know. Is he?
Keenan
I
Allen
thought
still on
so.
the team?
I think he
Keenan
is
Allen
still,
still on the
yeah,
team,
He's still
Hubs?
on the team, right?
I don't think so.
He was last year.
Oh, I know he was on the team last year.
Keenan Allen is a free agent.
Yeah, not
Oh,
signed.
that hurts.
He just issued a hard no to signing with the Steelers. Oh, he signed with the Dolphins.
I saw it literally a day ago.
All right.
I didn't even see anyone tweet about that.
Same.
So that hurts the Bears.
It's a
Definitely.
real report. It happened.
So I guess Dunze would be number 2 now, and they drafted Luther Burden in the like early second round, so he'll be like the 3.
I think, yes, they are interesting in a way that I still think they're going to be bad, though. Do you think that or no?
I don't think they're going to be fantastic.
Like,
The Dolphins thing might have been a rumor, but he's a free agent for sure.
like Lions are way better. Packers are better.
Vikings,
Minnesota, I still think
Vikings are way better.
Vikings are
way
better.
better.
As a
Oh,
team,
yeah.
they're better.
I got to see McCarthy.
It's
in the
McCarthy.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. I got to see McCarthy.
But
The
still,
team
the
around him's really good.
offensive line is still good. Receivers,
do you,
defense
like,
is decent. Like,
In a way, like, do you really have to see McCarthy? McCarthy, like, Sam Darnold just fucking.
That's a good point. It's like if they can make Darnold look like this,
Yeah,
then
like I think that their offense is like obviously he's gonna have some more hiccups and like Darnold at least has played. It's gonna maybe take him a second, but I think they're so far behind this division because the Packers are just getting better. Like they're young, they're young as fuck, and the Lions are the most complete team in the division. I think it's like Lions like. It's becoming like the next 2 or 3 years.
I'm curious to see the Lions without both their coordinators. Like, I think they'll
have
still
to.
be very
the
good.
Lions are an easy like sell for me.
Like, I think they'll be very good still, but I'm
Without the
fascinated to
coordinators?
see, like,
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I could easily see them taking a step back,
I don't.
losing those coordinators.
I see. To me, that like
Those guys were elite.
yeah, but
I still think they're
Full game head coaches.
but the players are elite. Like I think that if you even like those plays are still there, you know, and
Plus,
like
who's already down? Ragnow, right?
yeah.
Done.
and Jared Goff like in quarterback, he was like he like kind of was like it is definitely harder getting a new coordinator, but like he was like in sync. He kind of knew what plays were coming already. Like I don't know. I think those guys played together so much that they're still gonna be. But do you think it's 2-3 years they have to win one?
Yes, 100%.
Or
Yeah,
have
they-
to-
yeah, they probably-
How old is Goff?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
How old's
Goff has only so much left.
30, I think.
Little,
He's only 30?
He's probably like 31, 32, I'd guess.
I thought he was older than that.
What was he, 2015 draft?
He's 30.
Wow. Okay, so
Bang.
not bad.
31 in October.
Yeah, I thought that situation was a little bleaker with Goff. I thought he was a little.
No, he's got. I
Well,
think
you got to
3
think
years.
they put together this team, a lot of it through the draft. Like most of their team is like young guys going to draft in the last like 3, 4,
Right.
5
Dude,
years.
Goff's
which is good
first year,
and
they-
impressive.
Goff's first year they won like 2 games.
Yeah.
Like even like
Awful.
like Taylor Decker's probably like one of their longest tenured guys. He's been there like 7 years, probably 8 years max. He's like probably the same age as Goff.
Yeah.
And then they have all the like Sewell and like obviously like St. Brown and like
Yeah.
all the like
No, they did the
all
right
these
thing.
other guys
Young
in the
guys.
defense too.
They-
You know, a lot of young guys.
Yeah,
a
like
lot of young
DJ
guys.
Reed. DJ Reed.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they won't be fucked when Goff is done. It depends who they get, but like they're because they do have those young like St. Brown and Gibbs is still young.
You know, they have a ton of young guys. Off like I said, Sewell's. I mean, they'll be fine. I think it'll be an adjustment. I don't know if they'll be as like dominant of an offense. I still think they'll be really good. I still think they're a playoff team.
Who do you?
I still think they'll probably win the division, but I think the Packers are also very, very good. So I could see the
saying
Packers.
they're just
winning.
getting better.
I could definitely see the Packers winning the division. That wouldn't shock me.
No, not at all.
Everyone's
AFC.
shitting on Jordan Love for going on his honeymoon. It's insane. Let the guy enjoy his honeymoon.
Why can't you go on?
I don't know. People's like he should be getting ready for the season. Assholes.
Oh yeah, you're
we
not
have-
allowed
It's a
to.
viral thing, but like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
you're not allowed to.
his
do anything
his
besides
wife
football.
posted something on TikTok of them like dancing on like an exotic place.
They're 2
They're like,
weeks.
Oh, he's not
They're
ready.
2 weeks off.
You're only allowed to post like working out.
It's insane.
Me and Robbie, we just interviewed Max Holloway, and he was joking like he plays video games live on like Kick, and everyone like in the chat just smokes him. He's like, "You think I just train 24/7?
Yeah, like, you
I work out hours a day. What do I do with the rest of the time? It's my job.
Yep.
Like I play video games a little bit.
Yeah, I saw Mahomes was getting trashed for being out of shape. It looked like in that picture. Did you see
love.
that?
He's got the
Who?
dad bod.
Some radio
stuff
host
and
went
so
berserk. He's
much.
like, look at him. He's like, you're plumpy. You fucking got a dad bod.
Who was he talking about?
Get in the gym, Mahomes.
Oh, Mahomes. But his body always looks like that. I think some guys.
Always.
I think some guys just like can't they just can't whatever it is. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, what does it
I
matter?
almost wouldn't
just
want
saying.
Mahomes
He's
to
looked
have
like that
abs.
forever.
I wouldn't want Mahomes to have abs if I were.
Me neither.
Like that would if he came in with abs, like
What
he
quarterback
tried
is
too much
like?
this offseason.
What quarterback? Well, the best quarterbacks have been like not in great shape.
Yeah.
They look at obviously they're in good shape, but like look at Peyton Manning. Do you think he was in? Did he have a good body? No.
Brady was a little dumpy.
Brady was
yeah.
dumpy.
Rodgers-
Eli's the
Rodgers-
Dude,
dumpiest.
the Eli Beach
Rodgers-
photo is like one of my favorites of him
Yeah,
holding the
like
bucket.
Big Ben was fat.
Even
Yeah.
like
Romo was They're all just like the Romo body.
Frumpy. They're all frumpy.
Like, but he's always looked like that. It's
Always.
See, it'd be one thing if he was like shredded and then he just showed up like that.
Imagine saying
like that.
anything wrong with Patrick Mahomes. Like imagine sitting here behind a mic being like, there's something like he's got to work out.
Questioning his conditioning.
Yeah, like bro,
Fourth
that
quarter.
guy can literally blow up and he'd still be the
Are
best.
you
quarterback.
buying into him being like just like so motivated
Yes.
this year? Like, because he said it out loud the other
Change
day.
his hair. He's
I was told he was super motivated for last year to go get that 3-peat too, though.
What?
Fair.
It was. He got the Super Bowl.
And then he got his dick kicked in.
Who was his number one receiver? Name him.
That's a good point.
Seriously, name
And
him.
Hall of Fame tight end.
Name his number one receiver.
Still, I mean,
It's like, dude,
Worthy's a good player.
he's rookie. It was a rookie.
First round pick. He's a good player.
This year they have, what's his name back?
And Hollywood Brown too.
She Rice.
Hollywood Brown did not even fucking play. He didn't
At the end of the
play.
year, he did. He in the Super Bowl.
He didn't play a lot. He played like 30% of the snaps. He was bad.
They switched guys out a bunch.
That's what I'm saying.
They do have a rotating cast for sure.
Rasheed Rice is back this year.
Yeah.
Which is a number one receiver. You have Worthy as number two in his second year. Like, they have a lot better players coming into this year. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think if he was motivated last year, he got there against where a year I don't think many people were going to say they were going to do it again. Like, they thought Bills were going to do it. They thought the Ravens were going to do it. He keeps doing it.
The defense did it. He played well. I'm not going to say like he didn't do it, but
Yeah,
he
defense
wasn't like great in the regular season. The defense really held it down.
No. I'm very excited, though. I'm totally into it now. I feel it again.
It's that
There's
buzz.
someone in the AFC that's not basically the big five that you could see sneaking a good season.
Well, yeah, I wrote down 3 more in the AFC in terms of interesting situations. They're all predicated on, like, again, quarterbacks performing. Some in the league longer than others of like, hey, it's kind of shit or get off the pot type here. I wrote down the Jets as well. Like, what does Fields have?
that does not. See, that one actually doesn't interest me because we've seen it.
They'll be like fun to watch, I think, but they won't be like.
I'm just saying,
They're just going to be like
I
average.
guess I should say more like compelling, like pressure on quarterbacks. That's more the way I wrote.
See the one I see. I think the Raiders are like with Pete
Raiders are
Carroll,
very
like
interesting.
Pete Carroll, like Geno. Like I think it's fascinating. Like they have a lot of talent. Like from Bowers, like they have guys. Like they had Christian Wilkins. They gave a bunch of money to. Got hurt last year.
They're just in the wrong division.
What does a D line look with Wilkins and Crosby?
Yeah, because the Broncos,
Healthy.
Broncos are getting better now too. I also wrote down the Chargers.
Oh, and they
hate Herbert.
they have what's
like-
the fucking why am I drawing a blank? Genty.
Yeah, it's been
Like
forever.
the offense should be.
Yeah.
The offense should be
Genty's
great.
fun. Yeah.
Like the offense should be.
I'm not a Geno guy at all.
Genty Bowers, like the offense should be exciting.
Right.
They
No,
drafted-
you're right. I
they
mean, I
drafted
knew I was
Beck
going to
in the
miss a
second
few.
I forgot
round.
about
Yeah.
Genty. That makes him interesting.
And they drafted Beck in the second round, a good player from TCU. Like they built the offense up a lot. in
The
the draft.
defense there though.
I think with I think last year
you
was
said
tough where they
Wilkins.
invested in Wilkins. He gets hurt early. Like I think their whole point was like we have 2 of the most dominant defensive linemen like on our team.
With Max Crosby, it's always going to help.
He's so scary.
He's the scariest human on the football field ever. Like
You think if he didn't
Crosby?
wear
Phenomenal player, but scariest
he's
is
close. It was obviously a little exaggerated. Aaron Donald was the scariest, I think. Actually,
Aaron Donald would just trade with knives and be like, "What? Come on."
he's
to go against that
he's
guy?
like still doing that.
Yeah, he
Like,
does it
dude,
for fun.
Just like go back in the NFL.
Just relax, man.
got retired at like 31.
I can't see him retired, like just sitting at home.
Dude, if you follow him, like he's working out insanely. It's like, dude, stop. Like, why? What's the point?
The first ever defensive tackle with a 6-pack.
Yeah.
It's absolutely outrageous.
Yeah. Now that's a guy. If he walked in, I'd be a little concerned. Like, what happened to Aaron Donald here? He was always
Preposterous. You got a 6'1", 285-pound defensive tackle.
crazy.
The best ever.
Crazy.
I wrote down the Chargers and Herbert as well. I think it's a lot of like you've been in the league now. What are we going on? His 5th
5 or 6.
How many put?
5. Year 5, right? 5.
playoff appearances or playoff wins? Wins 0.
0.
Yeah, that's the point. Like that's interesting to me. Like you
Man.
look, and again, like
Is it
you know the
interesting?
block,
It's
the
like-
block in the AFC in terms of like the real estate, in terms of the biggest houses for the best quarterbacks.
They're really far behind.
You're moving way down that list, bro. Like they're getting skyscrapers. Mahomes,
I gotta be honest. Harbaugh
Jackson, Allen,
Harbaugh
Burrow.
scares me. He's a good coach, just because of the run game is really good for it. But like, as long as Mahomes is around, he'll just has like no chance.
The other Brazil game, to open the year against Kansas City.
Really,
Friday game, standalone Friday
I
game.
think the Chargers just always.
Small spread.
I feel like the Chargers just gonna go 10-7. Like,
They won a sneaky 11 games last year.
oh, I know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're
Got obliterated
10-7,
in the playoffs.
11-6, and then they'll
No
just
Joey
lose.
Bosa. Not that really matters, but
Who killed them in the
What do you
playoffs?
think of it?
Texans.
Yes.
It's just like they aren't Ravens. Like they're these quarterbacks are always going to beat them. I don't think they ever have a chance.
The point I'm even saying that, like, they're still even like the Texans have won a playoff game back-to-back years. Like, even that like second tier has still been
still
better
not up
than
there.
them.
Yeah.
Still
Because
better
even,
than
like
them.
who did they draft this year? Like who's their receivers?
The Chargers drafted.
The only person I know they have is the Syracuse tight end, who's actually awesome, but they drafted him like
Isn't
the
it
sixth
pretty
round.
The
bad?
Chargers are still holding on to Quentin Johnston, right?
No.
Yeah.
They got
They
rid
did?
of him.
I thought
No,
they got
that-
rid of him.
Didn't I still have them?
Still, this depth chart has him.
Okay.
I was gonna say. he's still on the
Regardless,
team.
They got Ladd.
not good.
Oh, they drafted
Lad.
Amarian Hampton, the
Lad's
running back,
good.
who I don't actually like.
Oh, the
love,
UNC.
but-
UNC.
Yeah.
But like that's not good that we're like, oh, they had Ladd.
And they have Najee Harris.
Ooh, they got
So that's their running
Trey
backs.
Lance
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
and Heineke. What a QB room that is.
Wow. Special QB room.
There's no.
And
There's no
DJ Ugugula, whatever I pronounce his name.
DJ oh Jesus.
He's still in. I
Lele.
thought he quit football.
No, he never quit. He just went
he
to
went-
the draft.
Okay.
He just quit the team.
He went to Oregon State.
I thought he went to like lacrosse.
He went to Florida State.
I didn't go.
No, I know where he bounced around. I thought he just like gave up on football. But yeah, that's what a.
I think it was so bad everyone just assumed he'd give up on
Yeah,
football, but he still just like went into the draft.
And again, another guy. It's I think.
They drafted Trey Harris, who I actually like from Ole Miss.
But Bosco, if you think that Justin Fields is interesting, wouldn't you say like that the Giants are interesting? Because it's crazy. Because like they're both.
Yeah, it's a little more crazy. I guess I was putting more pressure on guys who like have shown glimpses already. Like with Dart, we don't know. We haven't seen him in the NFL.
We're not gonna see him this year either.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
see him
Jameis.
at
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but I just
crazy
think the
I've-
Giants have so many holes around them as well. Like you can't.
They do have holes, but their defense is getting good.
Definitely.
The Russell, I don't know if you guys seen that. Russell was posting videos. They all the contingent like in San Diego right now, all working out.
Yeah, I saw
like
that.
basically the whole team. It's got me fired up.
I literally like.
It's making me believe things I shouldn't
I've been
believe in.
convincing myself that they're. I keep saying out loud they suck, but in my heart I'm like,
No, in my brain the defense is good.
Yeah, but here's the
defense
problem.
is already
Here's the
just
they
pro-
have to be good.
Here's the problem.
Abdul Carter, they all say he looks insane.
He is
say he
insane.
looks
We know
ridiculous.
that. Like he's like Abdul Carter and
incredible.
Dexter Lawrence on that line, and then you have Thibodeau and Brian Burns. That should be a fucking great.
Giants defense, I think, is going to keep them in games, and the offense could be competent enough to stay in those games.
That's what they need.
I still think the Giants might go 1-5 in the first 6. Without
We have the
that's
hardest
schedule.
yeah, the hardest schedule in the NFL.
They could lose those games by a combined 32 points over
may-
5 games. Yeah,
maybe
let's
a
say
blessing.
27 points over 5 games, which is like not
maybe
that
a
much.
blessing for the draft next year. What do you think they draft Little Archie next year?
I don't know.
I don't think he's going to the NFL
Oh,
next
it's another
year.
year.
He's not next year.
I think he's going to wait.
The
He's eligible, but
assessment is it'll be one more year.
I think he'll stay. Because I think he'll want to be a.
It depends on how the year goes.
I think if they won like a natty, maybe he'd come out.
If he
but,
won the
but I
Heisman.
I honestly think he might still go because I think they would like to have him start 2 full years. There's a lot of data now, info. Guys that start long in college are better in the NFL. A lot of bad stories.
Mannings are
One
probably
year
telling him
starter.
to stay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's making a ton of money in college.
Money
he has family money.
means nothing.
That's what I'm
Nothing.
saying. Like
You also look at like
I
his
think it
his,
depends on
his
who-
uncle was a legend at Tennessee. His other uncle was a legend at Ole Miss. Like you could be a legend at Texas if he does get a ring
I do think
or win a
that-
Heisman.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
either, yeah.
I do think that like it does depend on obviously the year he has. So say he wins the Heisman, right? Just say, which isn't a crazy thing.
Isn't he is he the favorite?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's the favorite.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Okay, so
Him
it's
and, like,
not
what,
crazy at all.
Klubnik's up there, right?
Klubnik,
And if
like,
it's like,
yeah, guys
what
like
if the
that.
number one team like is like a perfect situation? Like that is a thing that could happen. Like it's if
That's possible.
like if there's
Possible.
a team that's like that has a down year, like even not the Giants, but like
I
somebody.
think the Giants might fall into that boat. Though.
The Giants are a kind of a
if
perfect
we had the
situation.
number 1 overall pick, I don't know how they could. And he came out.
Let's look at it right now. Who are we staring at that like could be creeping that number 1 pick? I mean, Tennessee has their guy. So if it's Tennessee,
Right,
they're
and
not
that's
drafting
not a
the
perfect
quarterback.
situation anyway.
The Raiders, I don't think Gino's like going to get them like to an average number.
Pete
Yeah, I
Carroll-
think they win enough games to
Pete
not
Carroll,
be.
yeah, they're not
going
going to be number
will
1.
not be
You're
the
looking
number
at the Saints.
Yeah, Saints for sure.
Saints very much could be that team.
Who's
And you guys from New Orleans. They're
Who's
literally
starting for the Saints now?
The
probably Tyler Shuck.
Chuck, which is a really bad.
Or like Rattler, like Jacob Hayner.
Oh my God. Dude.
No, Jacob
like the
Hayner.
Niners aren't going to be a last place team again.
No.
Honestly,
Jaguars.
like,
The Jaguars.
Browns?
Yeah, I could see the
the
like
Browns,
a
the
nightmare
Browns.
situation where the Jaguars bottom out, especially if
I don't
Lawrence
know.
gets-
Can they get that bad?
What if Lawrence gets hurt? They're bad.
Okay,
yeah.
sure. Okay, okay.
Lawrence
If Lawrence gets
also
hurt,
is-
yes. I'm
Lawrence-
not rooting for
Now,
like
to be
Phil,
fair-
but like.
to be fair though, a lot of teams, if their starting quarterback gets hurt, you're
But
talking
Lawrence
about
also like hasn't.
Agreed. But I'm already saying that
What
I don't
pick
think
did
the
the Jaguars
Jaguars are
have this
that
year?
good. And if Lawrence goes, they immediately fall
5.
Here's the thing.
Was he healthy last year?
They could give up on Lawrence if he got hurt. They could be like, all right, enough of this shit.
Yeah,
But
right.
Lawrence was pretty healthy
He had
last
5
year.
last year. He played like more than half the
He was
games.
in, he was in the 5th pick overall.
I don't think he's. I don't.
They
he's
traded-
not that
he
good.
doesn't
Like it's like
No,
All
but
the
also,
guys,
no, but
that's
also
fucking criticizing
hold
Jalen
on.
Hurts some weeks.
Hold on.
It's like, bro, let's criticize Lawrence.
No, Lawrence for sure.
No, major thing though as well in the wrinkle. The Jags traded their first round pick to the Browns. So the Browns have theirs and the Jags.
Oh my god.
wow.
So the Browns have like potentially two lottery tickets.
All right, so Arch is definitely staying. He's not.
Arch would be like, "Hey guys, I'm good."
I'm good. No problem.
Yeah.
I'll play one more.
You guys got 2 pick? No.
Look, his uncle said I'm not playing for a team too. So
Browns are the first and second picks in the draft, and no one declares for the draft. This is no.
Like
one.
we're good.
We're so.
we're all set.
everyone in college, even
That would be why if they had 1 and 2. You're just on the clock for the first 2
It's
picks for
what we just mapped out. It's extremely
very
possible.
possible.
definitely.
Very possible.
Yeah.
The Jags, I don't think will be that
Like,
that
and
bad,
what I
but who knows?
What I said earlier with the Browns, that division plays the NFC North. So like they're already up against it playing any NFL team, then they're playing a very good division.
I actually think the Texans are very interesting this year. Obviously, Diggs is gone. Is he still hurt? What's his name? Who got hurt? Second
Tank Dell?
receiver, Tank Dell.
Yeah, I think it was like a bad.
It was pretty bad,
He
right?
basically dislocated his kneecap.
But like they have their number one
They
receiver.
drafted
still.
2 receivers. They drafted both the Iowa State guys. So I like Higgins.
Nico
and Noel.
Collins is like I think this could be his
Tank Dell
year.
more than likely misses 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, but Nico Collins is someone that's like
All right, so he's back for the playoffs in 2026, though.
I'm just saying.
I love Nico.
Texans-
He's got to stay healthier.
The Texans last year, everyone like Stroud, like they were like, Stroud didn't have a great year last year. Still won a playoff game. Like
Oh, he definitely took a step
he
back.
took a step back. Like that sophomore slump, like the third year for Stroud is a very interesting one to me.
I think they have a huge year. I just love the receivers they drafted. Like they're both guys that played a lot.
Who they draft?
Jaden Higgins and Noel. They both Iowa
yeah,
State's
yeah.
receivers.
Yep.
Second and third. One was like he was like this first or second pick of the second round. I think they're both really good. I'm also a huge Nico guy. I think Nico's the top 10 receiver in the league.
I think Nico's like really takes that step this year to be the top 10 guy.
I just think with Mixon, like I don't know. I just think the line I think hopefully improved some. That was an issue, big issue last year. They put some draft capital in that as well. Yeah, I like the Texans. I think Stroud's a guy. I think Stroud will get one eventually. They just need to take that next step to get into the like elite of the elite. They're still not like quite there yet.
Can we have a quick laugh? I brought this up before. Just going back, the Browns opening schedule.
What is it?
The Bengals, home to the Bengals, at the Ravens, home to Green Bay, at Detroit, home to Minnesota, at Pittsburgh.
That's 0-6 right there.
Just 0-6. Nothing you can do about it.
That's.
0-6.
I mean,
What is it the
That's
rest
why
of the
you're
way?
not going to see Shador. I feel like
What is it the rest of the way? What's their number? Maybe like there's got to be a win total we just get on and we're ahead of
I
them.
think theirs is like 4.5.
All right, we'll do the Francesa with the rest of their schedule. So then after that's home to Miami. Kind of winnable compared to what we just said.
Who is back? Don't know.
He is, you're right, at New England.
Winnable.
Winnable, but like New England's a lot better
But
than
New
they were
England's
last year.
that's one of those New England's got to have a lot of pride and win that game. They just must win that game.
Are they? Is New England like as good as last? They're definitely better than last
There's
year.
better. Drake May, second year.
Like they're not gonna like make any noise, right?
I don't think so.
Patriots. I think they'll just be better, but
That's what I'm saying. I just don't think they'll be like
they did spend a lot of money on the defense.
Maybe 500?
like Diggs definitely helps.
He helps.
Yeah.
Just because
I think Vrabel helps a lot as well.
Vrabel helps a ton. Culture changer, 100%.
I'm a fan of May.
Bye week at the Jets, so that's a coin flip. Maybe. Well, Jets will
win
be
that game.
favorite, but small favorite.
they could win that game.
Home to Baltimore, loss. At the Raiders, probably a loss.
yeah.
Home to Niners, loss. Home to Titans,
It would be.
That's your chance.
They'll win that one.
It's your probably
one
your
of
best
those
spread
games
of
at
the year.
home.
That's
Teams
probably your
win.
best spread of the year is home.
One of those games at home. Teams win.
Yep. At the Bears. That's just a Bears game to lose.
Browns.
Then you end the
Browns
season.
receivers.
You end the season home against the Bills,
Judy.
home against the Steelers, at the Bengals.
Had a monster year last year. And Njoku.
Njoku's
They
great.
drafted
I think they're over-unders.
They drafted
4.5?
Harold Fannin.
I'll take the
Stud.
under. I'm gonna take the under, guys.
They drafted Quinshon Judkins.
It's got to be juiced. I bet you that
Oh
under's
yes,
juiced.
yes.
I would say that under 4.5 is probably juiced to 150. If I had to guess.
And they drafted Mason Graham.
Really?
They had so many picks. The Browns had so many fucking picks. They just drafted like everyone in the Midwest.
4.5 over is minus 160. The under is plus 135.
The under's plus 135, guys.
What, for the Browns?
Yeah.
I just don't know who's
Want to get
playing
cheeky?
quarterback.
Under 1.5 plus 1,000.
Like I don't.
is it?
For them
Under
to win
1.5.
only
One win.
game.
I don't
One or
think.
0 wins plus 1,000.
I don't. Their schedule is hard, but
Yeah,
Look
but
at that.
you're gonna start 0-6.
I don't mind the under 2.5.
I don't mind
Even
under
laying
2.5,
the
like
Under 2.5 plus 800 is enticing.
All right, hold on. Even laying the juice, it's only 140 on under 5.5. I'll take that as well.
I might take over
that's
600.
my kind of bet. Minus 140 under 5.5. So like, look at like where are the wins?
Easy, dude.
Where are the potential?
Not
wins?
you're acting like the Browns are that bad though.
I do think they're really
I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're like 2-win bad.
Who are the receivers?
Jerry Judy, we just said, and
Who's after that?
Joku's good.
Judy and Njoku, they drafted Fannin.
But they're
They
playing.
drafted Judkins and
schedule's
Dylan
so
Sampson.
Who's their running back?
They drafted Judkins and Dylan Sampson.
And Jerome Ford's still there. Chubb
Is,
a free
is
agent
Chubb
still.
not going to go in there?
He signed with
Did he sign?
I thought
He was a free agent. Okay.
or I thought he was going with. Wait, is it the Texans he signed with?
You're right. He signed.
Texans, right? So imagine if he finds any form, Texans, him and Mixon.
Wow.
If he could get back to what he even
all
like
injuries are behind me.
even close. He
I
was-
actually think Chubb's going to be
Oh, that was a month
outrageous.
ago. I messed up.
he was just in a tough spot where he came back like middle of the year. I mean that was a brutal injury. He
As
took.
bad as you can get.
I mean, yeah, just horrifying
As
injury.
bad as you can get.
So maybe like a full like almost 2 years removed from it now, a year and a half plus.
Anybody else jump out before we jump into the rest of the headlines?
Yeah, it's one more interesting team. And I don't want to say it.
Don't stop. They're not interesting at all.
You don't think they're interesting at all?
Colts?
No.
Oh, thank God. I was like, don't do
Cowboys.
that.
I think they're an interesting team.
Yeah, but
Just to know what
The
Dak.
person-
I
Personnel,
agree.
so
But
some
it
obviously
kind of
Pickens
goes.
now, but
it kind
like-
of goes without saying that the Cowboys are always going to be in the news. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shitting
That's
on what
not,
you're saying.
No, that's not what we're talking. That's not they're interesting
know.
because Dak didn't play last year.
Right, but
But CD and
everybody
Pickens,
always has
Yeah.
eyes.
And
Yeah.
Pickens is back. Like
Everybody always has eyes on the Cowboys, no matter where.
eyes
they
on every team now, though. You know, like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying it. That's not the question. It's more interesting of like how they're going to be because the Cowboys were dog shit last.
Throw one more out there. How about the Panthers? Let's see if Bryce Young's like ends
I like
the year was
that.
legit.
I like that.
'Cause he finished really strong. He was horrible to start.
I think he's interesting. I don't think the Panthers are
But he,
interesting.
that's
You know what I
fair.
mean?
But
Like, I feel like
I'm
they're
very focused on what he.
Yeah, I
is
think
this-
I'm
Is this the number one pick? Is this the real thing, or was that just an end of the season shit where you took advantage of?
I'm a fan. I like him. I
Is
think
it crazy to say the Panthers could be the second best team in that division? If everything goes right and they do okay? Obviously the
It's not
Bucks,
like it- no,
it
it's
helps that
not
the Saints have
crazy.
no chance.
Bucks would still be
Yeah.
1. Saints are definitely 4. So you're only talking about
Just 'cause they
jumping
beat the Falcons.
No, I don't think it's
jump the
crazy.
Falcons, which
No, it's not
you know we've watched the
I'd
Falcons
say,
where
I'd say they're third right now.
third
Yeah,
and they
that's fair.
could flip to second.
But it would
'cause
not
the,
shock me at
the
all. if
Falcons
they're the
do Falcon shit, bro. They just blow games.
I didn't know. Again, I
Penix
forgot
might not
the
be that
Falcons were, like,
good.
doing really well at the beginning of the year.
They were.
Like I thought they were like 3 and 4. No, they were like, I think they were like 5 and 3. Like
Yeah, and then Kirk just
Yeah, he
turned
just
into a
fell
noodle.
apart.
yeah, no, yeah. But I'm just saying like.
And I wouldn't count anything Penix did. That doesn't count.
I don't know how Penix is going to be. I have no idea.
Well,
I'm
he's
not a
the-
Penix
That makes
guy,
them
but-
fascinating with
He's the X
Bijan and
factor.
him, and London.
Yeah.
He's the X factor.
They still got Pitts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still holding on to him, yeah. Anybody else jump out?
I'm trying to think of anyone real. Look, any like true curve. Actually, Denver, I would say.
Yeah, Denver had a little.
They
bit of
obviously
spark
had
last
they
year.
had the big comeback year. They still have obviously Peyton's there,
Peyton
and they
there.
brought it. They
Bo
spent
Nix is better than
they-
fucking you
they-
guys said.
they spent a bunch of money on for like Hufanga from from the Niners. They brought in Evan Ingram at tight end. Like, they got some guys.
I would almost put the under on their team. Like a big come down from last year. A lot of things went right for them.
It did, but I think a lot of it came to just because they had like a decent quarterback. Like, he finally had a guy that they could play with a little bit.
I'm the biggest sophomore slump guy there is.
Who did they draft?
And he's a guy that can go into a sophomore slump.
Didn't he start that Bills game with a touchdown and then nothing else after that?
Yes, he had that bomb.
It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I don't
it
like
was
Bo
nothing.
Nix. And I was like, is he just going to beat Josh Allen? He was
I
horrible.
like their draft a lot, too. J.D. Barron was a steal at corner. R.J. Harvey I like as a back, too.
Yeah.
Brian, I like a lot of the draft picks. I don't know. They spent a bunch of money on defense, too. Evan Ingram at tight end I think is interesting with Peyton. I think he'll use him well.
Over 9.5 is -105 for them. If you went under 8.5, plus 170.
I just think they have enough of a foundation. Like, the defense is solid.
8 wins, like 8.5. That's a lot of wins for them.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play the Chiefs twice. You got to play the Chargers twice, which are no picnic. The Raiders, like you said, are
For sure
pesky enough
Gotta
to
pick
steal one. So you got 6 games where, like, you'd be lucky to go, 3-3, 4-2 on the high end.
But I think they're better than the Chargers.
But then,
That's I might be wrong.
I would say
I personally think
I think they're better than Chargers too.
What's the rest of their schedule, Hubs?
We're talking Broncos?
Denver, yeah.
Denver. Pull out right now.
Bosco loves this.
He's a
like
schedule
Francis.
whore.
He loves
Your
it.
schedule whore.
In the summer, guys. When we're talking
No.
win totals.
You're not a schedule whore during the regular
So,
season?
home
We're
Tennessee
all
at
are. I'm not
Indy,
saying it's you. All we do on the show is who they got next.
At Philly. It's kind of a mishmash. There's nothing.
All right.
It's fine to navigate.
49ers have like
They have a
a
tough stretch.
insanely easy schedule.
They're the biggest wild card in the league.
And their schedule is very Bosco. Want to hear it?
Sure.
Seahawks, they're already minus at Seahawks. They're already -1.5. Saints, Cardinals, Jaguars,
Friendly.
Rams,
Tough.
Bucks,
Tough.
Falcons,
Friendly.
Texans,
Tough.
Giants,
Easy.
Rams,
Tough.
Cardinals,
Easy.
Panthers,
Easy.
Browns, Titans,
Easy.
Colts, Bears, Seahawks.
What an end to the
Strong
season.
end to the
That is
season.
an easy schedule.
You know what that
for
is to me?
49ers.
If they're like 500 or whatever, then you take your live overs and wins knowing they have that seed.
I actually think they're a good team to take for the Super Bowl early, even if you don't believe it, because the NFC, and then like cash outs because they'll have a lot of wins at that time. You would think they'll be could be favorites, not
Are they
favorites.
to win the division? Because I would take that.
I don't know, but I'll look right now.
I would bet they're close with the Rams in odds, I would think.
They are 1 second, almost there, almost.
I could see them like both being like plus 150 kind of thing.
Plus 150. Rams are plus 195. Seahawks 475.
Plus
Cardinals
They're the favorite.
475. Yeah, it's not as much value as I wanted. As I was hoping for.
I mean, they really just had one down year without injuries. I mean, like, they've been steadily the best team in that division.
Why not take them 20-1, and then just hopefully they like that the cash outs.
The only thing they lost is Debo.
Yeah, which
Now, they lost some defense.
They lost some defense.
A few guys on defense.
They lost Aaron Banks to me. I got their
Huafunga,
big guy.
they lost, I think Greenlaw left, didn't he?
Ayuk's back though,
Ayuk's
Yeah.
back.
which
They
is
lost
like,
a couple guys on defense.
Ayuk was
Guys
what
on
they need.
defense.
Debo they didn't. Debo they realized they don't need.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey, who
I
was
think they lost a corner, too.
Marriage helps.
a baby.
Oh, baby.
Who's
Did he
baby?
already married? He got
Yeah,
a
baby.
baby. Oh, wait, that could be worse.
Baby helps.
Helps.
Yeah,
I think baby
that's
helps.
strength.
Yeah,
Play for your daughter.
yeah, I agree.
Also, you're not getting any sleep.
You play for a bigger purpose.
I think
Probably
they.
has-
I think they
probably
have
some-
nannies or something.
Probably is a nice.
Yeah.
His wife is also
Probably
famous.
hasn't even seen the kid. I haven't even met the
I
kid
don't
yet.
think. I don't think McCaffrey's waking up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, he has to work out.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
Not to
did you
change
know
the
that?
diaper.
Speaking of that, sorry, it's off topic, but you know Aaron Judge just doesn't have a night nurse?
I could see that.
That's crazy.
He's just more of a.
Wife is just taking care of the kid. Like,
God bless her.
Yeah,
bro, you have so much money.
yeah. But honestly, though, like when you're a.
Now I don't
It's
have
like-
a kid, so I don't
That's
know.
parent
I'm
shit.
sure you
where
want to be
it's
closer
like,
to the kid.
yeah, you
and all
don't
that.
want like a nanny raising
Like
your
a
kid.
little. I don't know.
I'm sure they have at some point where it's like, hey, come on a road trip. And have
Ryan Rucco was talking about because they have 2 kids now. He goes, the second kid, we got a night nurse. He goes, I can't.
Nice. Let's do. I got bigger targets and stuff like that. Trade deadline with the Mets tomorrow because it's a bigger chunk. But the only other kind of headline I had on here, Devin Booker takes a $145 million extension with the Suns. Now I know,
almost embarrassing.
I know $70 million each year. What?
It's embarrassing.
Shame on him.
Shame on him.
How dare he?
That's what I
Doesn't
wrote.
want to win.
How dare he?
The Suns, that's what I wrote down. $70 million a year. I get it, and the Suns probably could have.
2.5.
The Suns could have offered the most.
They did.
Right. So, but the Suns suck.
Let's be honest.
If you're
though.
Booker, listen.
Let's be honest.
If you told me I had the option to make $75 million or $57 million somewhere else, I'd probably still take the $75 million.
Yeah.
But
You're going to go make $75 million on the Suns?
but if you've made so much money before that and you have a shot to win, like what's the
Bosco,
difference really
you
between
wanna live in
9 and
Cleveland?
70?
You wanna live in
Bosco,
Memphis?
let me paint you a picture.
wanna
There's
live
got to be
there?
some other situations he could look at to be.
Bosco, you don't have to move. The stress of moving. Go on our architecture.
Stress of moving.
Bosco,
You get a guy for
Bosco,
$70 million a year.
Bosco, wake
Call
up.
the number.
Talking about?
This is where I live. They come in, they
Bosco,
take your
wake,
shit. What are you
Bosco,
talking
wake
about?
up. This guy doesn't give a
crazy,
fuck.
bro.
You think these guys are willing to just change everything just to maybe win a championship and work harder? This
No,
guy lives
dude.
the best life in the world.
He lives in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Go on Arcatino Digest, and they have a video. He does a tour of a house. It's more like a fancy version of Cribs. His house is incredible. I'd never leave. In the mountains, he's got a beautiful pool.
Kendall likes it.
Yeah,
That's important.
The weather there is fantastic.
Close to L.A.?
He's been there forever. I'm sure all the guys treat him like
Yeah, I'm
royalty there. He knows all the staff. It's
The
just
money is
it's
in this.
comfortable.
All I'm saying is the money is in the same ballpark. And after.
But you're saying in the same ballpark, it's like 50 million less.
No. 50 million what?
Or I guess
Total?
low,
No, it's
38
like-
million less.
If you really think about it, Ev is right though. Do you just want to go to a random city now and maybe win?
It's not like a guarantee yet.
he's
anywhere
the
he goes,
best
he's gonna
player.
win.
He's the guy. They're putting all their trust in you, which is also cool. But I get what at first I was like, wow, he really doesn't care about winning. But also I'm like, bro, he lives in Scottsdale. Is that tax free too there?
I'm not sure.
Arizona?
I don't think so.
He also is young enough that they could. It's crazy thing because they're obviously in such a bad spot right now.
Certain
But
parts of Staten Island.
he's young enough they could rebuild and make another run down the road.
Yeah.
He's already he played
100%.
in the finals. Yeah. It's not like they've just been in the gutter.
They need to
It's not on
stop
the
making
Wizards.
bad moves.
They
in the
won
People
that
forget
fight,
about that
right?
though.
No, they're up 2-0.
4-0.
Oh. Because I swore that when they were up 2-0, they won.
I
What I was told.
I do
They
want to
didn't
say,
win that finals?
Ev, that's a great point. That people
Bucks came back and won how many? What was it? Best of what? They won how many games?
They,
Damn.
I'd say 4 people know what that means on the chat.
There's a pitch
People
in my
do
zone.
treat the Suns like they've been nothing because of KD and Beal's been a disaster.
They've been a playoff team most of the
They
time.
literally were in the championship.
Was this
there is-
I'm sure they were not great. When he was back of the lottery, so they weren't horrible when he even got there. But I mean, besides this year, they made the playoffs. Have to most of them, right? Most of the time he's been there, they probably made the playoffs.
Ayton was the number 1 pick, right? So they were bad at.
They were bad that year. But
I
they
think
made
Ayton
the
was
finals.
2018,
They were in the playoffs.
When was
the year
DeAndre
before.
Ayton? Why do I feel like he was
2018?
Ayton is Luka. So that's all I know.
Yeah, same one as Luka.
Yeah, I feel like Ayton's been in the league for a while now.
But I'm saying he's made the playoffs at least 3, 4, 5
You got to
times.
stop making dumb moves. And I don't know about drafting a center and trading for a center on draft night would be the
Correct.
move. But
But again, he's young enough. They
he's-
literally could get it back together in 3
He is
years, 4
a
years,
center
and make another run.
He is a center that's 18 years old who can shoot threes and way better than Ayton.
but why bring in a
He
Mark
was at
Williams?
Mark
also?
Williams too. That's more what he's referencing.
Oh, I love the Malawak.
Oh,
pick. I don't.
I was talking about Malo.
I was talking about making smart moves.
I don't know
I
what
don't know
Mark
if I
Williams-
They traded a
characterize.
future pick for Williams.
I don't
and
know if I
drafted
characterize.
Malawak.
Malawak was a great pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same page.
Yep.
Mark Williams.
Why are we
I love
bringing in
Mark Williams.
It's like they forgot they
Listen,
drafted Malawak.
I think
Mark Williams.
drafting and getting Duke players is great. Getting both of them at the same position.
Play 2 centers.
Same position. There's going to be trees.
Double
Now, to be
center.
fair, that was their problem last year. Is front line.
You know what
defense and all
though?
that.
You got to fix the problem. Get two.
Hey, one of them's
got to
gonna
work. Yeah.
Someone's going to figure
Malaw's
this
going
out.
to work. Like if they let him shoot, like he's
Like
going to
Malawak.
work. Mark Williams though is like more defensive, right?
Yeah.
But he's honestly not even like I was looking at this stuff when they almost made the Lakers trade. He's not like an amazing rim protector.
Really? I haven't seen.
I know Malawak is good. Malawak can definitely.
He's really, really good. All right, picks. I think it already started with the Mets. I have.
That's game one start. There's a
What's the
doubleheader.
score?
0-0,
Before we
bottom
go,
four.
Anybody
before we
got
go,
hits for the Mets, because my parlay is Mets win,
Two
Alonso
people-
1+, Lindor 1+, Soto 1+.
Lindor has a hit.
Okay, check that
Nimmo has
off.
a hit. Nobody else has a hit.
All right,
before we go to our picks,
plus 246.
the Yankees never DFA people like this, and
Yeah, we should have talked about it a little
there's
bit.
guys like DJ that they'll just keep throwing out there because they respect him, and he's a professional. DJ is a good guy, good person.
He was great for you guys early.
great for us
tore it
early.
up, dude.
He's a horrible baseball player at this point.
At
in
this
time.
moment, yeah.
And things happened. His back, whatever it was, he was hurt for a lot, and we never DFA people. We still owe him $26 million, I think, 22. Who cares? Finally,
Yeah, right. He can't participate. That's the shit I used to say about
Yes.
Cano. Oh, well, we're paying Cano this much money. You got to put him on the field.
yeah.
No, that's two problems. One, you're paying the money, which you can't get rid of. Two, he sucks. You can eliminate one. Can't eliminate the money. Take him off the
you're
field.
having people on the bench not get better and just sitting there being like, why is this guy playing with me? Just
Yeah.
because he's a veteran, where it's the Yankees never do it. And Cashman finally coming out yesterday saying, like, we had to DFA him, and also being like, we need a pitcher, we need a third baseman, we need this, was back to like, it just felt like the Yankees again, and like we
Woke up.
won 2 in a row, which was like,
Three.
yeah.
three.
I mean, yeah, three in a row, but like 2 in a row against a team that's like in the wild card race.
They just shut out a team 3 straight games. Now we have 19 runs against them. in
Yes,
3
and
games.
it's
Pretty
like Stanton hitting that home run and like Judge hitting that double
Jazz.
yesterday. Jazz has been unbelievable. Like
good. Jazz has an 880 OPS.
just like being them, like DFAing them.
It takes a
don't
little
realize
bit.
it
It's a little bit of a
shows
hit of
things.
pride. Yes, it's a little bit of hit of a pride where it's like
it's a big thing with Cashman's.
you're like, oh shit, we're paying him. Like, yeah, like you said, put him on the. No, like you go, hey,
Yeah.
again, like you can't play. You were great for us. Sorry, man. It's a business. This is how it goes.
$22 million is $20.
That too,
it's
yeah.
like-
For other teams, it's a little harder to whatever.
go.
But like again, the way I look at it, you're always gonna have to pay the money. The product on the field is what you can control.
Yeah.
So if you eliminate or move and change that, you're at least improving the field.
If I can,
Money you gotta deal with, yeah.
for a minute. So 2019, DJ's first year was one of the better Yankee seasons I've seen from a player in outside of Aaron Judge in a long time. He's a 5.5 WAR player. His homer in that 19 ALCS to tie the game in Game 6 could have went down as one of the bigger home runs in Yankees history if it went that way. Obviously, they ended up walking off. It didn't matter. 2020. He was a 3-WAR guy in 60 games. He had 1,000 OPS. I think people forget how good he was in 19 and 20.
always
They
do.
all are so quick to have hindsight 2020 and be like, what a terrible contract. How'd they give it to him? They could not let DJ. The Blue Jays wanted him really badly. If they let DJ walk and didn't want to pay him 6 for 90 at the time, it would have been a catastrophe. His body completely fell apart at a rate that no one saw coming. You just couldn't, because he was a contact guy. And he was so versatile. It just didn't work out. It's one of those moves where you just truly can't fault the organization for giving him that contract.
No,
It's 6
and
for 90.
also
And
fans-
the one part you can fault is they wanted to do 4 years, but they did, and the higher AAV. But then the luxury tax is a problem. They didn't want to fuck with that, so that's why he stretched to the 6, and that's why they had to do this. Otherwise, his contract would be up already.
Yeah, fans are just, what do you do for me now? That's just what they are.
Right. But they had to do it because he couldn't play third anymore. He physically could not play third, and he was killing them at second. And Jazz is a way better second baseman. And now you're having to make a trade for a third baseman, which they will, because they're not going the whole year with Vivas, a backup catcher, and Oswald Peraza.
I'm stupid
They're
with
getting
that.
a
They
third
will
baseman.
get a third
They will get a third baseman.
Vivas should never play baseball again. But if someone picks him up, they just pay him like whatever they want to pay him, right?
Yeah, this was
Like
the
$1 million.
spin zone.
Well, he's going to clear waivers first. and
This was the
then-
spin zone I saw from Yankee fans.
Actually, a good one. I like that one.
But yes, if someone were to claim him on waivers, then they'd be on the hook. But no one's
No
going
one's gonna do that. Yeah, but like they
Oh yes, nothing.
they get $1 million. It's $1 million.
He'll go somewhere because he actually
he'll go
was
somewhere.
hitting a little bit, not power, but he's hitting 300 or less like 20 games or so. He'll DH somewhere. Someone will pick him up. Like, it's not like a Anthony Rizzo, Verdugo situation where those guys weren't on teams forever. Like, I think he'll go somewhere. But no, DJ was a consummate professional in a way. Like, I think I always described him in that
Did
19.
he win a batting title for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I knew he was lights out.
He's won a batting title in both leagues, which I think is rare, if not like I don't. We need Clem here for that, but it's very rare to do that. You envision him in that 19-20 stretch. That's a guy you could take out, throw in the 98 team, and he would fit in seamlessly. Like the way he handles business and way he.
I wanted the Mets to get him early when he was really killing it. Yeah, I mean, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, it just didn't work out. It's just very shitty. I wanted his ending to be happier. It didn't work out, but you had to make the move. I'm glad they finally did it. They wanted to do it back in September, and Aaron Judge stepped in and said, "You can't do that." That was kind of shitty.
What do you got for picks?
Picks. I think I went 3-0 yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. I like the Angels minus 115 against the Rangers. Give me the White Sox plus 115 against the Guardians. Boy, am I worried about that Yankee game tonight. Stroman against the Woo. That is not a good matchup for us.
My thing is, I'm like weirdly confident just because our team, like Schlittler, woo.
He looked good. He has potential.
Also really fun.
You see the potential.
Just a fun start. Just a fun guy. Yeah. Fun. Like, there's a lot to... When you throw 100 miles an hour like that and you can blow it by Rosarena and Cal Raleigh getting your first strikeout. Struck Raleigh twice. How about them leaving him in to face Raleigh?
Yeah, and then pulled him.
And then that was like some nice little comments. His family's there.
Loizaga.
Nice moment. Loizaga a problem. They need to get relievers.
He needs to leave.
He was getting squeezed too early. Small strikes.
Also,
last one. Give me the Mets. Sorry, the Twins minus 105.
Did not smile once, and I love
that. He looks like Cole.
Yeah, but he just literally standing ovation from everybody in this crowd. He didn't have one emotion.
I wonder what his future is for the season. They said he's gonna make one more start, post All-Star break, but then Heel might be back, so they might do a swap there. I wonder if Schlittler finds his way in the bullpen. And you get that 100 miles an hour out of the pen because they really don't have guys with high velo.
Why don't we just switch him with the problem?
Stroman?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just. I
realistically,
of course,
common sense department should come in and be like, hey, this.
That's not me saying that. I'm predicting.
I know what you're saying.
I'm not assessing. Of course, that's a move. I don't think they're going to do that, but I would absolutely do that. Yeah, Schlittler's cool. It's nice to have also a 7th round pick. Not easy to make the major leagues. From there, nice job to develop him. Good stuff there. Those are my 3 picks.
I'm taking the Marlins. They've been hot. I'm taking them plus 140. I'm taking the Braves run line. And I'm going to take the over in Rangers Angels over 9.5.
You're very hot this month too, by the way.
I've been good the last few days in baseball.
I had a laugher yesterday. I took the Phillies. They fucking smoked the Giants.
I did too. I was on the Phillies.
Dodgers losing
was a layup
for me. That one
6 in a row they've lost.
Marty, what do you got? Close.
I got Cubs. I got Orioles in the second game. I got the Yankees minus 105, and I have the Nationals plus 125, and then I also have the Rangers Patrick Corbin night against the Angels. Also, if anyone is watching this, go watch the decrepit old man try and simulate a video game.
Orlando Magic. No, Wizards.
The Wizards. The 2003 Wizards.
He trades Michael
Traded Jordan, which is a good move when you think about it.
I mean, yeah.
But if you subscribe, every 5,000 subscribers, he has to cut his best player, which is very funny to me. And then every 1,500 has got to go up in difficulty. So go watch him.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm adding one more pick because it's tomorrow morning. Wimbledon semis. Novak Djokovic plus 175 against Jannik Sinner. I'm not really going to doubt Djokovic against anybody but Carlos Alcaraz on grass at this point.
All right.
So, yep.
All right, some baseball trade stuff tomorrow. We'll be back. Pick Central tomorrow. Yak's up now.